Okay, now that we've done the HPR, I like to go in a certain order, just makes life easier. Here's my diagram for the RAM. This is the stock valve assembly, and this is the NDZ valve assembly. So I don't know what this has in it, but I do have the layouts for both of them, if anyone's curious. NDZ is better if you have the option. So yeah, we're gonna pull this RAM out. Typically gonna be a little bit of a pain. So make sure your bolt's out, which this pin, it's not encased like a Bob Long Intimidator, so pulls out, pull the bolt out, and that should free our RAM. Okay, so there's our RAM, and I will do the valve in the next video, which I'm not sure what valve this has in here. I don't know if you can see. Looks stock size, but Delrin? So we'll dig into that afterwards. This is actually a very unique impulse here, as you can see, RJR019. So this is very early. Might be like a prototype valve in there. But yeah, so dig into this RAM. I bet you this thing still works. Nope, first time I've seen that. Okay, so take this apart. .3/16 back here. Might need to use the crescent wrench. There we go. Now here's your RAM cap. There is an O-ring in here, if I can find where I put my pick. And okay, so this one does have an Allen key screw. I've seen some that don't. That sucks when you get that. I believe that's a 1/8. Yeah, and some of these will have the flat ends for a wrench. This one does not. So I don't really want to use channel locks if I don't have to. You're not going to hurt anything, but I got this nice piece of rubber here. Nope, that's slipping. So we will use channel locks. All mine are flatted. There we go. These will work. Gotta be almost there. Okay. So, got the head off. Like I said, I don't really like using channel locks on things, but something like this, it's so, you're not going to damage anything. You definitely don't want to put the channel locks on this side, but even there, like, it's such an unimportant thing. There's your shaft, and there's your body. So there is a bumper on the front here. There is replacements still being made, and you could, in theory, pop like a 010 around there and get away with it. So, all right. These are some of my favorite rams to work on, just because they're so simple, especially comparatively to like an Angel Ram or like a Bushmaster. There's really just not much to them. So, remove all the O-rings. As you can see, these things are basically trash. And do not forget, there is one inside the body here. That is a 009. Which is a crumbly mess. That's beautiful. Okay, so got that O-ring totally out. Okay. So, now we can start kind of reassembling here. I guess we'll start with the worst one, which is putting a new 009 in there. I mean, kind of like the 003, kind of like to push it in with the Allen key and get it into this groove. And then, bam, pops right in. All right. And then on the outside of the body here, are 018s. Okay, so that is fully done. This cap here, you might think that an O-ring goes on this groove. It does not. The actual sealing O-ring, which I believe is a 013, pops around there, and then when you screw it in, that's where the actual seal is. So we'll wait on that, but we'll pull the 13 just so you keep it in mind. So 14. No, definitely a 13. bumper ram shaft here. Pull this O-ring off, which they definitely have the incorrect one on there. That looks like metric. Yeah, that's a weird one. And I believe 009 on there. Ooh. This thing. There's supposed to be a bumper. There we go. Forgot about that. Bumper on the inside. Alright, so this is also replaceable with a 009 O-ring, but if your bumpers are still flexible, keep them. They work a little bit better than the O-rings do. So the actual ram shaft takes a 010. About that. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with this O-ring right here. So, alright, so I will lay it out for you just so we have it correctly. So this goes in the front, then your body would be here, bumper would go on the inside, shaft would go on the inside, cap would go here with that 013. So that's your layout there. Clean up a little bit here, and then we will put it back together and test it. Okay, so we'll start with the ram shaft. Do not be scared to over lube these, and I also like to put a few drops of oil in there as well. So this isn't going to be a part that you're ripping out every so often, so it does not hurt to add some extra on there. And we are also going to take this bumper and throw that, because I've seen it forgotten much too many times. Okay, so ram looped. Like I said, let's put a few drops in there. You're not going to get in there very often. It'll pop through. It's not hard to move, but you can feel the resistance there. Very good. Bumper. And you can Loctite the hammer on, but I find it unnecessary. God, if I can get the damn thing on. Looks like there might have been some old Loctite in there. There we go. And just for the final tightening, just give it a little bit of balls here. Alright. So now your hammer's attached, nice and smooth. we will take this 013, pop some lube on it, throw this in here. I really feel like that might be a 14. Yeah, gotta be. So, ignore me. 14. So, pop that in there, and then you can take your back cap, okay, so feels good, and if you are able to plug all the holes, which I am not at the moment, there we go. If I could cover the holes a little bit better, it would snap back. But as you can see, there is a seal. Just not able to get that last hole. But yeah, cool. Ram rebuilt.